this is going on, this is happening. Okay, so everyone is back now. Let's make that game. Game number 4 is going to be in Proxima Station. Scores are 2-1 as of now in favor of Koshkii, but Bahuntome just pulling a great comeback in that last game. So anything can happen still. We have a lot of games to go, a lot of casting to be done. And this is definitely not over. So just waiting for confirmation from players to start this last game. Thanks again to all of you guys for watching. I would love to have, not in an offensive kind of way, but in a humorous kind of way, I would love to have elevator music during StarCraft lobby. I think that would be amazing. Like just signature elevator music would be amazing. We'll work on that. Okay, guys. So we have confirmation from our players. This is going to be game number 4, starting just now. Rivals Koshkii versus teamless Bahuntome. Because who needs a team when you're Bahuntome? I mean, come on. Best coach NA. So anyway, guys, Proxima Station. Also a map with a lot of small isles, closed engagement areas, but always a lot of potential for fun games. As any other map in our map pool this season is going to bring to us. So here we go. This is game number 4. It's going down. Bahuntome fighting for that combo, spawning on the bottom left in purple. Our dear Bahuntomers. In the top right, leading this series 2-1, this best of 7. It's our orange Zerg. It's Koshkii. So let's see if our players are going to change it up in this game. As this games progress, it becomes just a much more pressing matter to bring the game home, to get that win. Koshkii is going to go for that expansion. Bahuntome is also going for his expansion, right around the same time. Possibly just a couple of seconds late for Bahuntome. So this is going to be a very standard macro-heavy game. There's a lot of droning going on. There's still no pulls from either players. The BM is real. I may have planted a balloon under your chair. Dun 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 dun. The mind games are already starting. The mind games are here. So now Bahuntome getting that pull, and actually Koshkii going for a third base. So greedy. The greedy Protoss principles are just seeping into this ZvZ. Overlords. I know you don't get much love, Overlords, because you're so slow. But you're so important. We love you. Everyone just share your love for Overlords in chat. Now Koshkii getting her pool. And her first gas. Pool already complete for Bahuntome. So still Bahuntome is going to try to go for that aggressive play. He might sense that Koshkii is trying to play super safe. Is trying to protect her lead in this series, but Bahuntome has nothing to lose now. He's 2-1, he knows he's behind, he knows he has to make something happen in this game. And we probably will try to. That Overlord Scout, so good, just getting a glimpse at that third base. So Bahuntome knows he's in a good spot. He can punish the greed of his opponent. There's still no unit production for Koshkii, just getting her first pairlings. And these 4 scoutlings going out for Bahuntome. Probably gonna get that hatchery. Gonna catch that hatchery a little bit off guard there. The links now popping out. So Koshkii will be able to defend this if she has good reaction. There's still not much to kill here. There goes the queen. So this is gonna be defended really easily. So nice defense there by Koshkii, just catching all of Buntome's lings. Now with a decent ling count of her own. Buntome getting that bailing nest. Now is the time. Now it is the time. Koshkii actually taking a bailing nest of her own. So the follow-up is good, but the economy just for Koshkii is a bit stronger there, just because of the presence of this third base, which will give her not just more drones, but more unit production. So Buntome already in a bit of a pickle here. He knows that he has a very short window to make something happen. Things are in a very good position. That queen, though, that corner. What the hell, queen? Did she do something wrong? Did she punish herself? Is she that self-conscious? I don't know. But that's a weird queen. That's a weird location for a queen. Okay, so the banelings are being morphed. Buntome still no morphing banelings of his own. Just trying to catch up, getting that third base. Keeping a very, very soft contain, very shy contain. Poking and prodding here and there. Trying to get some free kills, trying to get more information. Okay, now he sees the banelings. That was a good trade there. A couple of banelings. And a couple of zerglings go down. So nice trade there for Buntome. Buntome always spreading his banelings very efficiently, trying to get some decent connections there. Oh, and the connection here is good if he gets it. There we go, a couple of drones, and a lot of links go down there. Units lost, just so you guys know. In favor of Buntome. It's lost just a tiny bit less, especially in the very early game. That's very important. Nice saturation there for Buntome, so he will be able to just transfer quite a few workers and have nice saturation also on his third base. Koshkii has had this base for a while longer. Still with not that big of a drone count whatsoever. So this is a little bit chill time. Both players just deciding to sit back a little bit. This Overlord by Koshkii. Just so BM, just standing there. Looking everyone straight in the face, showing no fear, no mercy. Now she sees all of the lings there. So she knows there's a move out. If she played attention, of course. Overlord's in nice, decent positions. Buntome always with a little bit of an upper hand there with his scouting. Maybe more used to Overlord positioning and stuff. Because of his Zerg roots and background. Okay, now that Overlord's gonna be pushed back, probably gonna be taken down there. There's enough creep for this queen to do the queen dance. With a decently fast pace. So guys, we're gearing into the macro game. Both players just defending, just trying to get some scout, keeping tabs on their opponent. Not trying to reveal tech of their own. And here we see Koshii's gonna opt for the meta transition. So probably Buntome is gonna go. It's gonna go into the layer tech real soon. Koshkii already there. Just a tad ahead. Oh, we're gonna see a couple. Oh dear, couple of swarm hosts. So always in Proxima, there's great harassment options for swarm hosts. Just dropping here, getting those locusts fly into the main base. Always so good, so effective. Especially if you can get a couple of kills and still keep your opponent back into space, which is always what you want to do, especially with Zerg. The Mutaflock is looking pretty scary already. So this is gonna help Koshkii fight back all of this harassment. The swarm hosts are already in position. Buntome is gonna have to be careful with those slings. Just taking advantage of speed. You guys are gonna try to fly by. Try to shut those down. With Buntome getting that scouting, probably looking for tech buildings more than trying to do damage, which is always a good thing to do. And there go the locusts, killing a lot of workers already. So let's see, that resources lost tab, which is still in favor of Buntome, but now by a huge margin there. So always being very cost efficient, but now the mutas make me a little bit scared for his life, because these swarm hosts are not cheap. Now kicking that burrow. There's no detection for Koshkii. She'll probably morph there and overseer to snipe these out. There's not much defense there in Bahuntome space. There's quite a few spore crawlers there. Let's see if the muta count is maybe too much. Nicely there protecting the spore crawlers division with those overlords there, but there's a lot of stuff dying in this third base. Koshikii's army is just very strong. Losing quite a few mutas though. Those spore crawlers very effective there, so nice play there by Bahuntome. It's always one of those things that are super meta in StarCraft. Just the vision that you have of the stuff that's beneath you. It's so hard sometimes. The Locusts doing their work again, taking off a decent amount of lings there. Though still the lack of vision here is hurting Koshkii a bit. Her overseers, where are her overseers? Okay, here are 6 overseers. Not exactly in the right spot, but sure. Those swarm hosts are super lucky today. Just super lucky. Creep spread a little bit better for Koshkii. Just because she has a little bit more spread out here. But mostly Bahuntome is contained with his creep to each of his bases, so he has no connection to this. No connection to this. So that's always a little bit hard, especially when you try to move your army around the map to try to defend your bases. As we see right here, this hatchery is definitely going to go down. There's nothing that Bahuntome can do at this point to save it. But he is going to take his units back, try to defend this. He did invest a lot in static defense for this space, so that's definitely going to hurt him in the long run. It's always a big investment there. Less units down on the map in exchange for spore crawlers and spines. So all of those units are just going to get shot down. The detection is just not coming out exactly at the right time. Now he's going to see it, and she's going to shut these swarm hosts down finally. But there's a lot of swarm hosts here who haven't been dealt with, and this hatchery is definitely going to go down if Koshkii is not careful now. Now she realizes that she never took care of this one. Okay, she's got it, guys. She's good, remember. Koshkii, good player. She knows something's up. And let's see if she'll catch these overlords. Come on, overseers. Catch the swarm hosts. Come on. Oh god, okay. Swarm hosts. Okay, now, okay, no. There we go. Now she sees them. She's gonna kill all of this harassment being shut down. So that layer will survive. We'll live another day. So Bahuntome now taking a strange tech switch in this case. They got roaches, but there's just nothing to contest the mutas, and the muta count for Koshkii is really, really scary at this point. Spore Crawler's doing a lot of damage though, but it's just static defense. You can just take it with you and attack someone else's base. It's just gonna stay there, and it'll probably lose a few. So the investment, I don't know if this was worth. Oh, so now we have a little bit of infestors there, but they're gonna die oh so quickly. So low on energy, so low on hit points, and just not doing much at all. Oh, this was harsh. Oh, what's happening? So many fungals! So many fungals not hitting the mutas. I was baffled by that. Okay, so these things, hero lings, trying to do as best as they can to hold the Koshkii army back. But now these roaches are in a lot of trouble. There's a lot of mutas here, and the rounds from the zerglings are good. This game, just so sick, so well played by both of these players. Still, Bahuntome is not over yet. He knows he can do something. He can pull a big upset. If the fungals are landed correctly, he can do a lot of damage, and he knows this. He knows this can happen. He knows what's up. Koshkii doing the rounds, making sure that there are no bases that she hadn't scouted. But yeah, it is what it is, and this is it. Those are all of the bases that there are. Koshkii having the active gold base, that's just gonna give her an incredible amount of income. Swarm host non-existent anymore. The infestors tucked back behind those roaches, just trying to make something of it. These fungals are going to be crucial. If you can land them on the flock of mutas, it'll be fine. But just mutas so fast, and Koshkii has shown a very decent micro in this game. So we can't be too sure. We can't underestimate our Protoss at heart here, playing Zerg, fighting for her life on this best of 7. The fungals go off. The fungals are decent, getting some chunks of mutas here and there, but there's a nice muta spread there by Koshkii, and now Bahuntome army is going to be chased back here. Just not being able to do much at this point. Koshkii getting rid of those creep tumors. There's just more lings incoming. Oh, but she's not paying attention there. The fungal is really nice. Losing a couple of mutas there. Some nice work there by Bahuntome. And actually harassing this 5th base here. I don't think Koshkii notices or cares about this base at this point. She knows she has a very significant army lead. But still, there's a lot of infestors here. They're incoming more and more by the minute. Ooh, so the infestors are scared. They're cut up by the Zerglings. There's nice fungals there on the Zerglings. They probably will all die. But the mutas, where were the mutas? Mutas out of position there. So nice move there by Bahuntome, who fungals pretty nicely. There's another fungal there, getting a huge flock of mutas. And all the mutas are fungled at this point. Spore crawlers in range, still doing quite a decent amount of work. There's a few infestors there still. So nice work there by Bahuntome. That was a great engagement. And now trying to take that 4th base again, because he is mining out, and that 28 worker oversaturation in that 3rd base, just not doing it for him. He needs a little bit more. So let's hope this hatchery is up in time. Mutas, though, so mobile. Still scouting for more bases, still trying to regroup. There are no overseers here. Okay, there they are, the overseers. Always worry about those overseers being out of place. The roach is doing a decent amount of damage on that ling count. Now the infestors moving in, trying to protect their precious roaches. But they'll live to fight another day. So for now, Koshkii is pushed back. She does have this new 5th hatchery, which is already pretty decently saturated. Not fully, but decently. 9 workers. Still good. Okay, so that hatchery is going to complete in any second now for Bahuntome. I want to see the worker transfer. I want to see that exodus of workers just getting to their new base. Because their master needs some cash to keep this up. So now the Zergling run by is strong and actually going to be able to pull back Koshkii all the way back to her 2nd base, to their natural base. Right at the back of the base. Oh, the army knows how crucial this 4th base is for Bahuntome. I hope the workers know it too. Because there are 31 workers there just waiting in line, taking a number. Waiting for them to be called out to action. The army of Koshkii moves again towards Bahuntome vision. The roaches move back in. They're coming strongly. Koshkii knows that there's infestors here. She actually was unaware of the fact that the infestors were still tucked back, so she could have done a little bit of damage there to the roach count. But the overseers, again, are out of position, just very slowly, dragging themselves back to this base. And the fungals are so effective here by Bahuntome. Just a lot of fungal damage and spore damage being done to these mutas, and all of them, or most of them, are in deep trouble now, because that's very low hit point count. And they're gonna heal over time. Because Muta's OP. But they have to deal with this now. So nice harassment there by Bahuntome with his roaches. Just going for those bases. The Lings are incoming 4th, 3rd, and main base, and that hatchery is definitely going down as well as the workers that are there. The mutants are trying to do the best that they can. There's a lot of corruptors, but they're like, what are we here for? Everything is in the floor, just in the bottom, fighting. So, corruptors. I don't know if Koshkii is going to try to go for Broodlords very soon. Probably will. But in the meantime, she's losing a lot of bases, and I don't think that is that great. Because this gold base is nearly out. And the roaches are still in the base. And Bahuntome creep spread is catching up. And his economy is catching up. Despite the fact that now we're up to 33 workers oversaturated in that base. You lazy guys. Anyway, so Koshkii now has dealt with the harassment. There's quite a few roaches there burrowed. There's still no detection close by to them, because those overseers are dragging their butts through the map. But now we see the Broodlords, and this is where it can get scary for Bahuntome and for those workers that are clumped up there without mining. They'll probably regret their laziness in any moment now. The Flockus Mutas just checking around, making sure that there's no hidden stuff. The Infestor count is really scary now, and now we see Ultras for Bahuntome. So this game is not over, guys. The engagements are yet to come, and there will be definitely more fungaling and more killing. And the Broodlords are definitely going to make a difference here, because those Ultras are going to lose their hit points so fast. The Fungals are good though. This Koshkii just has all of her army clumped up, and now the Mutas again are in a very low health, already recovering. But just the Infestors, I don't think the Infestors can deal with all of this. There is detection for Koshkii, there's quite a few Overseers here. So Bahuntome is going to have to be really sneaky with those Fungals. There's just so many hit points for those Broodlords. I can't even. And yeah. This is, bye workers. Bye to all of you. Oh, the drone kills. The drama, the death. I just can't comment on this. This looks brutal. There's a couple of roaches, hero roaches here trying to do some damage, but the Broodlings are definitely going to take care of those. But just the death of drones here is so intense. The Broodlings just running around, killing all those workers. The base just so low now, going for that precious 4th. Which is pretty well defended. But I mean, Broodlords are just so strong at this point. And the Lings are coming out, but the Broodlings are going to intercept as swiftly as they see them. Those drones running for their lives. And there is scouting, so sneaking out of base at this point, not the easiest thing to do. And seems like Bahuntome is on his last bastion here on this ward base. Koshkii still has to be careful not to lose those Overseers. The Buildings are going to come in, more Buildings on the way, taking care of those Spore Crawlers, and this is how the last stand looks like, guys. Spore Crawlers trying to move out, dancing around the Broodlings, trying to get on the bottom of those Broodlords and shut them down. This is a really nice move by Bahuntome, but will it be enough? There's a lot of Broodlings still on the way. Spore Crawlers just not being able to stand a chance against these. There's 2 Broodlords, so Bahuntome still keeping the game really smart despite the fact that he's been behind for a little bit now. The Ultra is just not afraid of these Broodlings anymore. They're not that scary when there are not that many, but it is gonna do the ultimate sacrifice and die there. And the Broodlord is just so strong. Still Bahuntome not giving up, taking down some hatcheries, killing off most of Koshkii's bases. What is going on here? That 4th base standing strong. Oh god, Bahuntome. I just can't. The fighting spirit here is so strong. There's a lot of army for Koshkii, but there's a lot of fighting in Bahuntome still. Just going for the Ling run bys, just trying to do as much as he can with his units, buying himself as much time as possible. Koshkii hasn't expanded in a while, so he knows that every expansion that he takes out is crucial. He gets that cancel there. There's very few minerals there in that gold base. Still decent income, but not enough to keep this up. So Buntome's gonna have to see what he will do to deal with this army, which is still pretty strong there. That Ultra misrallied, or maybe just a little bit desperate there. To keep the base, to keep Koshkii at her base. Just buying some time, being really smart, just throwing some units here and there. See those mind games, guys. Just the run bys. Certain points in time, just going into vision and running out. Is going to the overlords, keeping Koshkii not busy in terms of micro, but busy in terms of attention. So this is really smart play by Bahuntome, just moving around the map, trying to get a decent flank, and just keeping Koshkii busy. So now we see there's enough resources to go around here. Koshkii is going to spot this space, but probably not this one. The overlord is just a little bit too far away. There's a lot now to put attention to, which is one of those things that happen in these stages of the game. We're now in a 25-minute game. So you have to be very careful of your resources, your workers, getting those bases back up, because there's been a lot of sacrificing and a lot of killing here. So the mind now is very dispersed in a lot of different tasks. It's not the same when you have your very sort of standard layout of bases. This is hide wherever you can. So just the attention is divided into a larger area, which can always hurt the player that lets it slip. So now Koshkii, remembering that she has a more mobile army, will move to this base as it's way more important than this one, which is barely anything for her to mine. But this nice and fresh base is going to give her a little bit of a breather there. Bahuntome is also getting some fresh new bases of his own, and has still a lot of mining here to be done in comparison. So this game has been immensely reset. Just two bases, one about to mine out. Koshkii with a lot of army here still. But Bahuntome with way better economy now. Like, as of now, it's going to start showing just how much more bases and mining potential he has. Okay, so now we have a little bit of harassment there by the Mutas, and they're going to take that base down. Koshkii knew that this base was up as this overlord was here. So she's going to start to hunt for the bases, and Bahuntome knows about this, going to get those spore colors, but let's see if they'll be really in time. Okay, so Koshkii doesn't seem to be wanting to, or is she? A little bit doubtful there. But now she's going to come into this space, getting prepared, giving Bahuntome a little bit of time. But those spore colors are not going to be done in time. Maybe we'll get a couple of shots off, but that's about it. Yeah, a couple of shots off there. But now this base is in a lot of trouble. And just, Bahuntome doesn't have enough units to contest this army, which is always a problem. Nice burrow there with the workers. Overseers? Where are the overseers again? Okay, the overseers just tucked at the back, didn't see these drones. Probably would have been able to take them out, but choosing not to do so. So it's fine. Okay, another Ling run by here by Bahuntome, taking care of this base, but there's just not much in this space anymore, and there was a lot of Lings ready to pop out there. So bye aggression in that base. Not that it's worth that much anymore. This one is the one that's keeping this together. Oh, these workers are so exposed, and they're probably gonna get killed. Now they see them. Overseers, please come and do your job. Thank you, overseers. Nice, overseers. So now all of those workers are gonna get cleaned up, and Bahuntome knows that he's on his back foot just because he doesn't have the army to shut this down. Koshkii just keeping a lot of units alive, and now with the decent mining, this can just go on forever. Actually, the bases here are so exposed, just the production and the tech. Maybe in decent angles, she could do a lot more damage, even to the supply, because there's a lot of clumped up overlords here and there. But still trying to keep safe. It's always a good move, Koshkii not underestimating her opponent. Static defense, guys. Good unit. So now, waiting each other off. Koshii's possibly planning her strike, but I don't think she wants to strike without having like a decent economy to back her up. Because it would be worthless if we just walk into a base that she can't fight straight off just because of the static defense and then losing one of her own. Like, just that wouldn't be worth it at this point. She needs to keep those bases safe for as long as possible. Now getting that Spire back. Increase that mute count. Keeping the lead healthy and nice. So now we have Infestors are back in the game now for Bahuntome. Decent amount of them. Still not scary. But they're making their way back. Drones moving out, doing some long distance mining here in the gold base. And this game, guys. Koshkii gonna go for the Overlord Scout, making sure there's no base here. She knows about this base, but she knows that it will probably be worthless to commit to that at this point, because it will probably be mined out in any moment. Ooh, a little bit of a scout there with the mutas. And now these bases from Koshkii look way healthier than they looked before. The economy slowly but steady coming back. A lot of clumps of overlords here and there, lings around, drones burrowed. Keeping that map vision, keeping tabs of everything. Yes, guys, this game is still going. Bahuntome versus Koshkii in this best of 7 ZvZ game number 4. And we are yet to see who is going to take this fourth game. A couple of lings there, doing some harassment. It's actually going to make Koshkii pull all of her lings there. So that was a good move, and now we have a lot of decent fungals here. And there's a lot of air units that are getting killed, but the ultras... The ultra was just... Yeah, where are you, man? Here are the lings. Slash away. Corruptors versus mutas and corruptors, and Bahuntome calls it GG. And Koshkii takes game number 4. Score is 3-1. Thanks to all of you guys for watching today.